Welcome to Make the Grade with the Success Doctor, Steven Greene, where you'll discover actionable strategies to help your student to reach their academic goals, to excel at standardized testing, and to plan for the college admissions process painlessly. And now, here's your host, Dr. Steven Greene.
Hello, Dr. Steven Greene here, the Success Doctor, and I am recording this as part one of a three-part series. Part one will be discussing time management and the importance of it and how it pertains to studying. So, number one, question being, how important is time management to success? My answer is critically important for many reasons, not the least of which is that everyone is very busy. Students are busy, teachers are busy, business people are busy, everyone is busy. So it's really about efficiency. It's about getting everything you need to get done in a reasonable or maybe even minimal amount of time, which A, gets all your work done, that's the practical piece, but it's also less stressful. And let's be clear about something. Time management isn't really managing time only. It's about having a plan. And the plan can have many steps to it and many pieces to it. And they can include organizing, just getting everything you need to get done in one place, just a checklist. And then you need to prioritize those tasks. You have to set appointments with yourself to get these tasks done. Then you have to follow up. Then you have to execute. You have to actually do them. And you need to plan in the short term and the long term. So you're going to have things that you get to get done by tomorrow. There's things that are going to be more ambitious projects that you may need to do over the course of a week or 2 weeks or beyond. So time management is a system. It has steps to it. Each step is important. One step flows to the next. It should include a short and a long-term time frame, and it has to include executing and accountability. Aren't some people just better at it or smarter or just capable of doing well? Well, of course, everyone has a different skill set. And some people are just better at time management, just like some people are better at anything. But the key to me is the efficiency piece and the ability to work and get things accomplished at your highest potential or to be able to reach your goals, not just getting by or doing average work or just kind of dealing with stuff and always being a little bit behind and just kind of on the edge. The other piece of it is it's not always just one single thing. Sometimes it's the aggregate of many different things. Some students take very, very rigorous course loads. And maybe one particular class or any particular class isn't going to put them over the top. It's not the straw that would break the camel's back, so to speak. But the combination of multiple challenging classes and extracurricular activities may be enough to kind of get right to that borderline of inefficiency. So, of course, some people are going to be better at it, and some people are going to be more efficient at it. But in the end, everybody has to think about it. Everybody has to be systematic with it. So life always seems to get in the way of studying. How do people deal with that? Well, in my opinion, it's really about having a daily, consistent action system. And it's also a matter of prioritization. Life can get in the way of anything if you let it. But when you're a student or you're in education, you have to set priorities just like you would in business or entrepreneurship or anything else. So the cure, as it were, is to prioritize your time and to properly allocate your time and to choose wisely how you're going to use your time. So it's always, the mindset should always be first things first, business before pleasure, that sort of thing. And your goal is to not let life get in the way with trivial things that are unproductive If it's something important or something that has to be addressed, that's different. But it's all about something I said before, which is prioritization and making sure that the important things get done first. And that's all part of the time management system and information management system that I teach. So what tips could I suggest on how to use study time wisely? Well, number one is you have to have a system. The system can be different for everyone. It doesn't really matter exactly what your system is, but it should include some fundamental core components in my view. These should include managing your time, prioritizing your time, as I said before, setting appointments to get things done, making sure you get it done, and being accountable. So you have to have a system. You have to use your system every day, every single day. You can't selectively decide to do it one day and not the next day. You may want to modify the system over time, add parts to it, delete parts to it, but ultimately you're going to have a system that gets what you need to do in one place, sets it up to be done, and looks at things in a short and a long-term way. Another piece to it is you can't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. There may be projects that are just going to require more than you individually can put in at that given time. And that may be group work, it may be a tutoring sort of thing, that may be an educational support thing. It's going to vary, but the key is it may be part of your process. And then the last thing I would tell you is don't let small problems become big problems. Always try to nip things in the bud. This is really part of planning ahead, but you want to make sure that that's part of your system. So many of these tips came from my book, which is called Maximum Education. The book is available at www.makethegrade.net. I would love feedback and suggestions and comments, which can be emailed to me at sgreene, which is SGREENE, at makethegrade.net. But I would invite you to check out the website. You could check out my own podcast and several other pieces of advice on there. The theme of my podcast is actionable things that somebody could listen to and put into place in their life right away. So, ending episode 1, Dr. Steven Greene, the Success Doctor. Hope you found something here you can take and put into action right away. And I'll see you in episode 2. Thank you.
You've been listening to Make the Grade with the Success Doctor, Steven Greene. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe. For more resources and support, please visit makethegrade.net.